I saw the team sheet. Then I saw the team sheet for the Greece game, and I was just like, that's not going to work. In fact, I actually tweeted about that. Just saying that Foden, Bellingham, and Palmer in the same team. I cannot see how this works. I really can't, unfortunately. I'm happy to be surprised, but can't see how it works. And it didn't work at all. Especially when you're not playing any striker. It was chaos. We were leaving 2 people back, often against 3 Greek forwards. It was utter chaos. I thought Greece could have probably scored 5. Yeah, not good. Not good. Not good at all. Finland was what it was. That was alright, fine. But as soon as that game happened, I thought, he's not going to get the job. And I don't know why he's taken that risk. I just couldn't for the life of me get my head around why would he take a risk that big. And then we found out, right, yesterday, because Tuchel had already got the job. I think it'd be naive for people to believe that Lee Carsley didn't already know going into this camp that even if he didn't know that Tuchel's definitely got the job, I think that he knew that he hadn't got the job. The FA had given him enough respect to tell him, you've not got the job, it's not what we're looking to do, which I think would be the right move, to tell him that. And I'd be hopeful that that's what took place. So then we find out Tuchel's got the job. Wow, okay. Personally didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming. What do I think about this? So, I'll tell you the first thing. I'm personally, first of all, the whole fact that he's German, honestly, you're a bigot. If you've got a problem with the fact specifically, now, him not being English is a different debate, and we'll get to that, but if you've got a problem with him specifically being German, I can only think there's one reason attached to that, and that is to do with the world wars. Again, that's some Daily Mail bigoted nonsense. Grow up, get over yourself. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, I have no issue with that at all, because I'm not a bigot, so I don't care. Him not being English, I personally don't have an issue with that. I personally don't have an issue with that at all. I know a lot of people have come out saying that they do. Most of the pundits, Shearer, Lineker, today, I listened to the rest of his football today. I've just seen a clip of Gary Neville and Carragher talking about this. They've got problems with this. I don't. For me, it's the best person for the job. I don't have any issues with it. What I do see an argument for, and this has been raised in particular by Gary Neville today, which I think there's merit to this argument. The FA made a big song and dance about, changing the entire structure of English coaching. That's what St George's was created for as a facility. The pathways, we had Gareth going up from the 21s. We've then had, Lee Carsley on that structure, and then we see the success of this structure of the St George's pathway, where he wins the under-21s without conceding a goal. You then give it to him on an interim basis, presumably to see how he does, and then you kind of sweep the rug away and go for an international manager, whilst also apparently not having a single conversation with an English manager. So you had Graham Potter available. Big media talk about Eddie Howe, reliably informed. Most pundits are that Eddie Howe, like Shearer said today, I'm reliably informed. Eddie Howe's told him, as the Newcastle manager, that he's not been approached. So no English manager's been approached. Now, we are reliably informed that in the summer, the FA spoke to Pep. best person for the job for me. Now, if I look at it on the market of English managers available, and you're probably going Carsley and Potter, definites. There's an argument to say Eddie Howe's available. Are they better than Thomas Tuchel? Reputation-wise, you would have to say no. In terms of proven winner, undeniably, you'd have to say no. Ability-wise, there's a debate to be had there. I think there is a debate to be had there. Temperament. Thomas Tuchel falls out with everyone. He is the new Mourinho. Fiery character. Is that negated somewhat by the nature of international management and it not being every day? Maybe. Maybe that helps in that regard. But yeah, it's a risk. It's a risk. Okay, so let's look at him. Tuchel. In the cons column, like we say, you've got fiery temperament, falls out with everybody. The nature of the scrutiny of the English media, does that actually potentially exacerbate a lot of that? Yes. There is the risk of that. There really is a risk of that. It's not worked out for him in other big jobs. So he won at Chelsea. He won the Champions League, of course. Let me just have a look at that. In fact, Thomas Tuchel. Let's have a quick look at him. What I'm looking for here, guys, sorry to be in silence, what I'm looking for is, did he win the Bundesliga? Why have I got it in my head that he did win the Bundesliga at Dortmund? Honours. Manager. No, he did win the Bundesliga with Bayern. Of course he did. He won the Bundesliga with Bayern. 22-23. Yeah, he won the Champions League with Chelsea, Club World Cup, Mickey Mouse, Super Cup, pretty Mickey Mouse. He did win the German Cup with Dortmund. He, of course, obviously won the French League twice with PSG. He won the Cup, the League Cup as well. He won the German Coach of the Season in 2015-16. Apologies, guys, I've got a bit of a cough. So there is pedigree there for winning. Famously, as well, he got PSG to the Champions League final as well, which, to be fair, is the best that anyone's done. It is the best that any of them have done. So you would say he's probably the most successful PSG manager in that regard. But, pretty good. Give him his credit. He's won stuff. He's also tactically flexible. He is tactically flexible. That's, for me, a big plus in this. I haven't really heard people talking about this so far since yesterday. Maybe they have been, but I've just not seen it. He is tactically flexible. Back three, of course, at Chelsea primarily. Pivots between a 4-3-3 and a 4-2-3-1 at Mainz, at Dortmund, and at PSG and Bayern. But the makeup of it and what he's asking the do I expect him to do? Tactically then, I don't expect to see a back three. I think we might do in certain games. Apologies. It's better. I think we might see a back three in the odd game in tournaments maybe, but I think that it'll largely be a back four. Probably transition that whilst in possession, like a lot of the top managers do. But I think defensive structure will probably be a back four. I think he will stick with Pickford as his number one keeper. I think he will stick with Trent. I wouldn't be surprised to see Walker play though in some big games. Although we're almost 2 years away, so he probably will go with Trent. With Walker getting older by the World Cup, be interesting to see what happens in the left back position. I think that'll be very, very interesting. By the next tournament, I think he will have Luke Shaw in there, if Luke Shaw can stay fit. If not, potentially Levy Colwill, and transition into a back three in possession. And then I'm not sure what he'll want to do with his centre backs. This is the one that's puzzling me. I'm not sure if he'll want to go for Conser and Gay, actually. And John Stones gets muscled out a little bit. I don't know. That'll be really interesting. I think that's one to watch over the first few England camps, the first year of Tuchel in charge. What does he favour as his back two partnership? Declan Rice, I think Tuchel will love Declan Rice. I'm really interested to see, because I think he will go like 4-2-3-1 actually. I think that's probably what he'll go for, like he had at Bayern. Rice will be one of the pivots. Will he go for Angel Gomez or Bellingham? I think those will be his top two choices. I'd go Angel Gomez personally. I'd be really brave, and I would go for Gomez and Rice. I think that will give us the most balance, and Bellingham at 10, because I think that Bellingham is the best partner for Kane. I think Gomez is the best partner for Rice. I don't think Foden's ever done it in an England shirt. I'm happy to be corrected, but I don't think he's ever performed in an England shirt really. And Cole Palmer's great, but I think it's Bellingham's shirt to lose, and I think he's a better partner for Kane. I would go Saka on the right, and I would go Anthony Gordon on the left, and I think that's what gives you the best balance in an England team, because you need a collective unit. That's what I would do. That's what I hope Tuchel does. But I think there are questions to be answered there. Does he go Gomez? Does he go Bellingham? Will he go for a 4-2-3-1? I think he probably will. If he does go with Bellingham, does he go with Cole Palmer or Foden as his primary 10? Will he stick with Saka on the right or move Cole Palmer there? Will he persist with Foden on the left? We'll have to see. Or does he switch it up? Does he switch it up entirely? And does he go with a back three? Maybe you go with a back three, and then you go with Trent and Luke Shaw or Saka as the wing backs. Will he then feel comfortable going with Rice and Bellingham as his two? And that could potentially then enable Cole Palmer and Foden in behind Kane. Will he go for that? And like we saw Southgate transition to something similar in the tournament. I don't know.